What is up, guys? This is the first episode of my weekly member poll gameplay. And I want to show appreciation to all my channel members, the Webwork Fanatic Fanatics. So I'll be playing a matchup every single week determined by you guys, and the poll options are limited to 4. So from the core set, we'll just be listing down every single hero in the game Marvel Champions every week. Then I'll take suggestions for scenarios and have a second poll for the highest upvoted scenario suggestions. This week, the members voted for She-Hulk versus Expert Juggernaut here, with the Ritzy Ryu suggesting that I add in the Wrecking Crew modular set if Juggernaut won the poll for an epic battle of the brutes here, because Juggernaut is a brute. She-Hulk does not have the brute trait like Juggernaut, but we all know she's a brute. And then the Wrecking Crew modular set here, they all have the brute trait right here, and this stuff right here gives each brute meaning like a tough stats card, and we have some brute synergy. So I think this would be a fun and thematic matchup here. We are playing with Standard 3 and Expert 1, so we have Pursued by the Past, the environment for Standard 3 set into play. And then the rest of that modular set already shuffled into the encounter deck. So let's shuffle up the encounter deck here and get everything set up. So for main scheme stage 1A, I believe that, let me just grab that. So it says to attach Juggernaut's helmet to Juggernaut, and then put Hope Summers into play under the first place control. So we have Hope Summers right here. Hope Summers says that she does not count towards our ally limit, and then her base thwart and base attack are equal to the thwart and attack of your hero. So she currently has 1 thwart as She-Hulk, and then 3 attack, copying She-Hulk stats here. So let's advance to main scheme stage 1B here. And then for Juggernaut's helmet, it's a permanent attachment here, attached to Juggernaut. He gains Stalwart and his attacks have Overkill. As a hero action, we can spend 3 resources of the same type to remove each momentum counter from Juggernaut and flip his card over. Juggernaut gets +1 attack for each momentum counter on him. If we flip this over to the exposed side of the helmet, he will no longer have Stalwart and Overkill. So that way we can defend against his attacks, and he'll do less damage as well. Juggernaut's one reviewed is to place 1 momentum counter on him, and then if Juggernaut exposed is in play, which it's not, we flip it. But since it's not, we give Juggernaut a tough stats card. So he gets 1 momentum counter right here, and he also gets a tough stats card. Let's put down his hit points over here. And then the main skill will start off with 1 per player threat. If it hits 7, we don't lose the game, but we have to resolve all these things, which includes Juggernaut attacking us. Let's go ahead and go through the deck here. So we have an aggression deck with She-Hulk. You guys know I've been loving playing the Bolero font here. So yeah, we're going to try this out with She-Hulk to help us delete all the brutes and to pierce off tough from Juggernaut right here. And then we have a common train to increase our attack even further. And then we have for the allies, Spider-Girl to help us confuse and stun minions. Sidelock for the confused Juggernaut. Great War, I think, is one of the best allies for heroes that have low thwarting stats, because he's a 0-cost ally that can just thwart for 2, so helping She-Hulk out a lot with thwarting. With Nick Fury, Machine Man, Deadpool, Lockjaw, Ironheart, a bunch of strong basic allies here. And we have the 3 limitless stamina to get a bunch of readies for She-Hulk. We also have endurance to increase our brute hit points even further. Our resource generators here with the Mansion, Queen Care, and Helicare. 2 Power Novels to help us pay for our strong basic cards, and then the 3 basic doubles right here. And that is the deck breakdown. Let's shuffle up here, and we're going to try some She-Hulk aggression right here. And we do start off in Alter Ego. Our hand size in hero form is only 4 here, so we want to try to play around that, because our hand size in Alter Ego is 6. And then we do come in readied up. Hope Summers will be readied up as well, and then she's going to be copying our stats. Currently, we don't have any attack or thwart stats in our Alter Ego, so Hope Summers does not have an attack or thwart stat either. We have to be in hero form for Hope Summers to get that stat bonus from us. And then if Hope Summers leaves play, though, then the players lose a game, so we don't want her to leave play with her 3 hit points. All right, let's shuffle up, and I think we got everything set up already. Yeah, with Pursued by the Past, when you place a Pursuit counter here, if the number is 3 more than the number of players, so since we're doing 1 player, it's going to be 4. So there's 4 counters here. Then we remove each counter from there, and then we flip it over, and we put our Nemesis into play. All right, let's shuffle up, and then we're going to draw up to our hand size here of 6 in our Alter Ego. Let's get started. The Battle of the Brutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Let's see what we want to do right here. Okay, I got the energy. So I could try to get into Professor X here. If I play X for 3. Oh, I could just actually hold on to his hand, spend 3 physicals to get rid of the helmet, confuse an X will block for us as well. I think that's just a play here, yeah. So I'm not going to toss anything, and we're just going to hold on to this. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Let's flip up here to hero form. And our response, do you even lift? When we change his form, do 2 damage enemy. So let's hit Juggernaut for 2. That will knock off his tough stats card. Then we're going to use the hero action on the helmet. We can spend 3 resources of the same type to remove each momentum counter from Juggernaut and flip it over. So 3 physical resources right here, spending 3 as a hero action. We are in hero form, so we can discard that, and then we can remove each momentum counter from Juggernaut. And then we also flip his helmet over to the exposed side here. So now he no longer has the Star and Overkill, and then he takes 1 additional damage from each card with the printed mental resource. After Juggernaut schemes, place 1 momentum counter on him and then flip his card back over. So if he gets a scheme activation through it, then that will happen. So now that he lost Stalwart, X can confuse him. We're going to use 3 resources right here, so we can play Professor X. Whenever he enters play, choose one. We're going to pick the one to confuse an enemy or confuse a villain enemy. So let's confuse Juggernaut. And then X will come and ready it up. He's going to exhaust and Thor for 3, clear off the main scheme. Then he'll take a consequential damage. She-Hulk is going to swing for 3 on Juggernaut. That'll bring her from 21 down to 18. And then Hope is going to copy our attack side of 3, so she's going to swing for 3 here as well. Bring Juggernaut from 18 down to 15. All right. And that is going to end our turn. Hope does not take consequential damage for activating, so let's just ready up. And we're going to draw back up to our hand sets of only 4 here in our Ultra Eagle. Or a hero form, I mean. So draw up to 4. Okay, ooh, we got another limitless stamina and a 1-2 punch. Do I just want to do a bunch more damage? I probably should play Ironheart though. Juggernaut's turn, he's going to add 1 to the main. He's going to attack us here. We're going to exhaust Professor X to defend attack. He's in with a base of 3, no overkill, and we get a boost card here, which will be boost effect is to deal 1 damage to ally control. So this happens before the attack occurs. We put that 1 damage from the boost effect on Professor X. So he has 1 more damage. He still has 1 hit point left. So now the attack of 3 plus 1, 4 is going to go on Professor X, which will knock him out. So that was perfect. And X will go into our discard pile here. Smooth this over a little bit. Okay, and then after Juggernaut attacks, that's it with that. Then we get dealt 1 phase down encounter card during the encounter phase, which is, oh, I forgot. Sorry guys. Juggernaut takes 1 additional damage from each card with the printed mental resource. Hope is a printed mental resource, so she should have done 1 extra damage. He should be down to 14 life here instead of just 15. All right, yeah, right, because we did 3 plus 4 is 7, and he has 21 life. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, then after dealing card cards, we review them. We got Cytrax Exemplar. In expert mode, this card gains Insight 1, so man goes up to 2. One review, if Juggernaut exposed in play, oh man, flip it over and place a momentum counter on Juggernaut. Otherwise, place start on the main scheme equal to his attack. So since he's exposed here, he just flips back over to the helmet, and then we place a momentum counter on him. And then since he has Stalwart, we lose that confuse right away. So pretty bad luck with this encounter card. All right, and it's backwards to our turn. So we flip down now. He will be able to scheme, but only a schemes out of 1. The overkill is a part that's a little bit gruesome, but I think we should be fine either way. I think what I want to do here is play Ironheart into a limited stamina. So let's use 2 resources here. So actually we could just, no, there's no point in, yeah. 2 resources here so we can play Ironheart. When you play her from your hand, we can draw 1 card. So let's draw into Snow Guard. And then we are going to, I guess we just do damage, right? Okay, let's have Ironheart Thor for 1 from the main. And then Hope will also Thor for 1 for a total of 2. The main clearing it off. And then Ironheart will take a consequential damage. Hope does not take consequential damage. She-Hulk's going to just exhaust swing for 3 on Juggernaut. That'll bring her 14 down to 11. Then we're going to use a resource here, play limitless stamina. Play only if your hero, if your identity has at least 14 printed hit points. We have 15 printed hit points here on She-Hulk. Hero actions ready up your hero, so we can ready back up. Let's exhaust swing for 3 again on Juggernaut. Brings it from 11 down to 8. And then we're going to flip down to Ultra Ego here, because he has overkill anyways. And then that's going to end our turn. Let's ready back up. So hopefully it doesn't scheme twice, but I think we might be fine even if it does, because the scheme is pretty low. Let's draw back up to our hands here at 6, hopefully getting a resource generator so we can actually play something out. Oh, I like the split personality here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got Focus, Rage, and the last limit stamina. Okay. Alright, it is Juggernaut's turn. He's going to add 1 to the main scheme. We're going to use I object as interrupt. When threat will be placed on a scheme, prevent one of its limit once per round. So instead of putting that one threat here for step 1 of the villain phase, we prevent one of it, so nothing happens. Then Juggernaut's going to scheme because we're an Arch Eagle. He schemes with a base of 1, gets a boost card here of 2, so he schemes for a total of 3 going on the main scheme here. Then he's going to deal us 1 face sign counter card during the encounter phase, which is Side X Exemplar again. An extra bonus card gains inside 1. Add that to the main, goes up to 4. Whenever you Juggernaut exposed in play, it's not. Otherwise, place threat on the main scheme equals to Juggernaut's attack. Dang it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we place 4 threat on the main scheme. It goes up to 8 from it goes up to 8 from 4. Wait, do we actually add a momentum counter? If it's to play flip it, place 1 momentum counter on him. So we don't add a momentum counter, but we just add threat. Okay, so we add the threat now. Now there's 8. It hits over 7. So when that happens, we're going to do this stuff. Remove all threat from here. Oh, sorry guys, that was Sesame. She just pounced on the table. Are you okay, Sesame? Are you okay? Okay, I think she's fine. Hopefully, she's walking away. Okay, so let's clean this back up real quick. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so we just cleared out the threat. Then if Juggernaut exposes in play, flip it, it's not in play. Place 1 momentum counter on Juggernaut, so he goes up to 2 counters, and he attacks each player, even if you're in Arch Eagle. Yes, so he's going to attack us right now. He has overkill, so no point blocking. We can't even defend ourselves. We could have ally block, but the overkill will go over to She-Hulk anyways. So it's hitting with the base of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gets a phase down boost card here of 2, so 7 damage on She-Hulk. Brings from 15 down to 8. So taking a heavy hit there from Juggernaut. Alright, that was a little bit unfortunate, but that ends the encounter phase, and it's back over to our turn. Right, we place a momentum counter, yeah, so this one up to 2, yeah, okay. Alright, let's see. So, I guess I just recover, right? Yeah, let's exhaust. We're going to heal by 5, bring us from 8 back up to 13 here. And then I think I want to play a Focus Rage. Oh, I can't play for split personality though if I play the Focus Rage. So I just go for limited stamina and split personality back. Yeah, and hopefully this scheme us out again. Okay, let's flip up here to hero form. And then do even lift. It's going to do 2 damage enemy, hitting Juggernaut for 2, brings from 8 down to 6. Then we're going to use a resource here so we can play limited stamina, so we can ready up your identity. It's a hero action. We are in hero form now, so we get that ready. Then we're going to use 3 resources here so we can play split personality. It's a 3 cost event as action change form, and then we flip your identity card and drop 2 printed hand size. So we're going to change it back over to Ultra Eagle here, and then draw back up to your printed hand size of 6 here. So we use our 1 manual flip, and then this split personality flipped us back. Economy cards? Oh, no economy cards. Okay, so none of our resource generators is not great. We can play Psylocke, and then that's it. And then hold on to the endurance, I guess, or hold on to the double and just play Psylocke. And we should be drawing a resource generator next turn. So let's use 4 resources here so we can play Psylocke. She enters play with 2 psionic counters, and whenever she attacks an enemy, remove 1 psionic counter from her, and then confuse the enemy and deal damage to it. So she can help us confuse if we get rid of Stalwart, which is not right now. Should have had Hope attack. That's fine. Let's exhaust heal by 5, brings us from 13 back up to 15 full life. And then, yeah, we're going to enter turns right back up. So his momentum counts is a lot right now, which is pretty scary. We're hold on to the double for basic cards and draw back up to our hands as here 6. Come on, resource generator. Okay, Helicarrier. That's what I'm talking about. And Bellerophon. Can the Helicarrier go into Bellerophon here? It cannot. We don't have anything else set up, so that won't work out. So we probably just use a hero action from Juggernaut. Okay. So we have a bunch of resource generators left in our deck. So I probably want to try to save on to doubles if we can. What's our discard pile looking like? We still have the double physical though, which is pretty good, and the other power Nova. So we might be well off if we can get the Helicarrier in play. Okay, it is. Did I discard the endurance? Oh, I held on to this. Yeah, I spent the endurance. Okay, Juggernaut's turn. He's gonna add 1 to the main. Hopefully, it doesn't pop it this time again. He's gonna scheme because we're an Arch Eagle with a base of 1. Gets a boost of 1, the boost effects take 1 direct damage. Let's put the 1 direct damage on She-Hulk. So we drop from 15 down to 14. So we're just scheming for a total of 1 plus 1 is 2. The man will go up to 3 here. Alright, then we get dealt 1 face down counter card, which is, right, yeah, we did everything, which is Captive Hope. So Hope Summers cannot ready. We'll review Exhaust Hope Summers. Comes in with 3 per player threat and acceleration. Okay, that is fine. Alright, finally got a break here with the Cytorax Exemplar. And that encounter card is not good if we have, if we're not ready for it, I guess. Okay, so what do I want to do? I want to play the Helicarrier, and I just have to use the hero action to get rid of the helmet, unfortunately. Can I hold on to anything? No, I can't hold on to anything. I just have to spend everything here. I want to do Bellerophon, but I don't think I want to do that. Let's just do it in case we get no resource generators on play, because it would be nice next turn to play it. So let's use 3 resources here because the power in all of us is a double when paying for basic cards, so we can play the Helicarrier here. There's a 3 cost support when we exhaust it to reduce the cost of next card we play by 1. Finally got a support or upgrade in play. And then we're going to, oh, I forgot to steal I object, that's okay. Let's flip up the hero form here. Let's use our hero action on the helmet, spend 3 resources of the same type, 3 mentals right here, so we can discard each momentum counter from Juggernaut, get him back down to his 3 attack, flip this over, back over to exposed side. So he loses Stalwart, and he loses Overkill, which is going to be huge. Then Hope is exhausted here. We can't thwart that out. I think Psylocke thwarts here for us. Yeah, let's thwart for 1 from here. Exhaust Psylocke, she's going to thwart for 2. Clear this off so Hope can ready up because we want her to help us out. Psylocke will take a consequential damage, and then we're going to end our turn. So let's just ready up, and Hope now can ready because Captive Hope is gone. Hopefully Juggernaut does not get an advance, because then this will flip back over again. Let's draw back up to our hands and say we're only 4 in hero form. So I think we toss Bellerophon here because we don't have a lot of cards that we're drawing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I could. I think we just get out of the Queen Carrier. Juggernaut Stern is gonna add 1 to the main, goes up to 4. He's gonna attack us. No overkill here, so Ironheart's gonna block. This would be the boost card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we got Bulldozer as a boost. So 5 damage takes out Ironheart here. Then he's going to deal with us 1 face down counter card. Is the Wrecker. So with Villainous, when the Wrecker is attacking, he gets +2 attack if the attack is undefended. Okay, so we got our first brute minion right now for She-Hulk. Okay, so it's back over to our turn. Okay, I can finally flip down here, try to get something going. Okay, so She-Hulk is going to swing for 3 on the Wrecker. Oh, wait a minute. The threat is just so high. I think we just allow him to get the activation if he gets it. That's fine. Yeah, let's swing for 3 on Wrecker. And then Hope is going to swing for 3 as well. So total 6 damage on Wrecker. So he has 2 life left. He has Villainous and he's going to scheme. So do I just play Deadpool here and hold into Queen Carrier? Yeah, let's exhaust Helicarrier to reduce the cost of the next card that we play by 1. So Deadpool's only 2 costs. This would be 2 resources, so we can play Deadpool. He'll come right up. And he's going to swing for 2 on Wrecker and knock him out. Deadpool takes a consequential damage. So 8 total damage on Wrecker. He is gone. Oof, okay. Don't have to worry about that. Then Psylocke's going to exhaust to attack Juggernaut. Her effect, whenever she attacks, removes that on a counter from her, confuse the enemy and deal damage to it. She is a mental resource, so Juggernaut takes 1 additional damage from each card with a mental resource, so it's going to do 2 damage with that effect. And then we confuse Juggernaut here. And then her attack of 1 will go through, but it's going to do 2 again because of the Juggernaut exposed, so that'll bring from 4 down to 2. So Psylocke goes crazy against Juggernaut here. We got him confused. So now we can flip down to Alter Ego. And then that's going to enter turn. Let's right back up. So we're just hoping he doesn't get an advance here. We're going to draw back up to our hands. That's here 6 in Alter Ego. Hold on to Queen Carrier. Hopefully draw into that basic double or the physical double. Okay, there we go. And the mansion, I think I'll take 1, 2, 5, 6. Okay, we got the mansion. So we play Queen Carrier. We can play the mansion as well and get fully set up here. So hopefully that will work out. Okay, so it is Juggernaut's turn. He's going to add 1 to the main. It goes up to 5 here. So anything adding threat would pop that. Then he is going to scheme, but he is confused, does not have Stalwart, so activation does not go through. No threat gets added. 1 face down counter card. is Dark Designs. Man, man, oh man. Place a pursue counter on pursue by the past. Then if there's any counters on it, there's a 1 counter. The villain will scheme. So Juggernaut schemes with a base of 1. He gets a boost card here, which is 1, and the boost effects you are stunned. So he schemes for 2. And yeah, that... Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. So he schemes for 2. We have not used I object. Interrupt when threat will be placed on a scheme. Prevent one of it limited once per round. We could prevent one of the threat. So it's only adding 1 threat here. Scheming for 1. So it goes up to 6, and then it does not pop. So he won't attack. But as a force response after Juggernaut schemes, place a momentum counter on Juggernaut and flip this card over. So he does go back over to this side over here, unfortunately. So it's overkill and stalwart again. But at least we're able to do that, right? Okay. Or at least prevent this from flipping thanks to our alter ego ability. Okay, back over to our turn. Let's see. What are we going for here? Do I go for tons of damage? If I flip up, I'm going to... So I think we don't play the mansion here. We need to... I need to play Queen Carrier, I think. And then we can play... We flip them... Oh, okay, yeah, let's just flip up. So we're going to flip up here to hero form. Do you even lift? Response when you change his form. Do 2 damage. Do 2 damage to enemy. We hit Juggernaut for 2. That'll bring him 2 down 0, and that will flip him over to his third and final stage here. Okay, so he gets +1 attack for each momentum counter on him. There's 1 counter. When review search, you can counter and discard path for Head of Steam and reveal it. If Juggernaut explodes in play, flip it. Otherwise, give Juggernaut a tough stats card. So, let's see. He gets a tough stats card with his... How much life does he have? He has 25 life. He has toughness, and then he doesn't get a momentum counter. Yeah, he just gets a tough stats card, and we get the Head of Steam. So 25 life, toughness, and then searching the encounter deck now for the Head of Steam. I don't think we've seen it yet. Head of Steam. Let's see. Head of Steam right here. So Juggernaut now gains... Is that 1 card? No, I got 2 cards there. Whoops. Juggernaut gains Retaliate X. X equal to the number of momentum counters on Juggernaut. When review, attach the Head of Steam to Juggernaut and place 1 momentum counter on him. As your response, after Juggernaut attacks you, spend 1 resource for each damage dealt by the attack, and then discard this card. So that's the only way to get rid of that Retaliate from him, by spending resource equal to the amount of damage that he deals. Alright, let's shuffle up the encounter deck. Alright, so he currently has, let's see, he gains Retaliate X, one of you attach, and plays a momentum counter. Okay, so he goes up to 2 momentum counters, because he gets 1 from the Head of Steam. And then he has Retaliate 2, because there's 2 momentum counters. He also has 6 attack now. Yeah, okay, so let's just put that over here. Move this over from Pursued by the Past. Alright, so we got that. Let's go ahead. Do I thwart here with She-Hulk, or do I just attack to get rid of that stun? I think I want to play Quinn Carry here. And then we could also, if I play, or is it too late for the Quinn Carrier? Should we just go for a push here by playing Combat Training and then getting rid of the momentum counters? I can hold on to Quinn Carrier for next turn. That might be fine as well. Because I really want to get him confused again to have another potential flip. And then Psylocke's thing can knock off his tough. If he doesn't have overkill, yeah, we have Deadpool block the attack for us. Quinn Carrier would be really nice though right now to play down. But then I can't get rid of the helmet unless I toss the... I think we'll get the Quinn Carrier down here. Yeah, let's use the Helicarrier to reduce the cost of the next card that we play by 1. And then let's hold on to... No, we have 2 copies of humans, right? Let's use 2 resources here for a total of 3, so we can play the Quinn Carrier. Play only if your deck has the adventure trait. We can exhaust the Quinn Carrier to generate a wild resource. Let's go ahead and use it for a hero action to generate a wild declared to be a physical. And then this would be 2 more physical resources here for a total of 3. Yeah, we don't need a double. So we can trade the hero action here, spend 3 resources of the same type, remove each momentum counter from Juggernaut, So dropping back down there, only has retaliate 1 now, or retaliate 0 now, because there's no momentum counters. We flip this over back to the exposed side, which takes additional damage for each card with the printed mental resource. And he doesn't have Stalwart and Overkill anymore. Okay, so She-Hulk is going to exhaust. We're going to attack to just remove our stun. Then Psylocke is going to exhaust. We're going to swing for 1 on Juggernaut. We're going to trigger her interrupt first, right? So it's interrupt has before the attack. Remove a psionic counter from her. And then confuse the enemy and deal 1 damage to it. So Juggernaut's confused. The 1 damage becomes 2 with Juggernaut exposed, but that just knocks out the tough anyways. Then Psylocke attacks out of 1 is going to do 2 because of Juggernaut exposed, because she's a mental resource. Doing our first damage on stage 3, bringing him from 25 down to 23. And then, yeah, just make sure his hit points are correct. So yeah, 25 down 23. And he does not have Retaliate anymore, but Psylocke will take a consequent damage, and she'll get defeated. I forgot, she should have 2 consequent damage here because she attacked last turn. She also thwarted. This will be a 3rd one, so she gets knocked out, only having 3 life. So get it back into the discard pile here. All right, then let's do Deadpool is gonna thwart for 2 from the main. Drop this from 6 down to 4. He'll take a consequential damage. So 2 damage on him. And then Hope, we're just going to swing a Juggernaut here. So we're copying She-Hulk's attacks at 3. She does +1 because she's a mental resource, so 4 damage on Juggernaut. Brings from 23 down to 19. All right, and no retaliate because no momentum counters. That's going to end our turn. Let's right up here. We're going to try to make a big push here. We're drawing back up to hands 0-4. Hold on to Miles and then combat training so we don't deck out. And, ooh, we can play Miles and the combat training here. Do tons of damage. Okay. It is Juggernaut's turn. He's going to add 1 to the main. It goes up to 5 now. Then he is going to attack us. No overkill. So Deadpool can exhaust and block his hit. Hitting with the base of 4. Boost card here is going to be 3. So 7 damage takes out Deadpool. Now let me read this head of steam here. So here response. After Juggernaut attacks you, spend 1 resource for each damage dealt by the attack. And then discard. So I don't know if we can do that here. So we just leave that. Alright, so he attacked us. Now we get 1 face down counter card, which is Creeping Willow with Guard and Quick Strike. After he attacks and damages a character, stun that character. So it comes into play. He's going to attack She-Hulk with the Quick Strike. We get stunned. So we might as well just exhaust to block it. Dang it. Yeah, we're going to exhaust, defend it by 2. So we take the 1 damage, but we fully block it out so we don't get stunned. Yeah, because either way we have to exhaust to get rid of the stun anyways. Okay, so that resolves that, and then it's back over to our turn here. Okay, so I think we have Miles just do crazy thwarting. We don't have to take this guy out. Oh, he has guard, never mind. Yeah, let's exhaust Helicarrier to reduce the cost of next card by 1. So Miles only 2 costs. This is double paying for a basic card. So we play Spider-Man Miles Morales. Whenever he enters play, choose one. We're picked thwart, so he gets +2 to adjust in power. So he's going to thwart for 3 now instead of just 1 from the main. Drops him 5 down to 2. And then Miles will take a consequential damage. Then we're going to exhaust Hope Summers to swing for 3, copying Shield stat. Take out the Creeping Willow here. And then we're going to exhaust the Quick Care, generate a WA resource. This will be a 2nd resource, so we play Combat Training. Play under any player's control, you get +1 attack. So now she has 4 attack now. Alright, then we're going to flip down to Alter Ego because we got Juggernaut confused. And we're going to end our turn. Let's ready up. So 14 life, so even if he flips or advances the main scheme and attacks us, we should be able to live the attack. Let's draw back up to our hands here 6. Decking out, we get dealt a face down encounter card. And then we're shuffle our discard pile here back into our deck. So yeah, we just want to do 19 damage. Hopefully we can get some limitless stamina here. And hopefully he stays on the exposed side. So Hope does extra damage. And we get some readies. Alright, shuffle up. And we're going to draw back. Whoops. Draw back up to our hand size here of 6. So we have Spider-Girl, Hellcat, 4 more cards here in Alter Ego. Ooh, Superhuman Strength. If I can get him to be Stalwart. Oh, we don't have any readies though. So even when we get that off, it's going to be... Yeah, I don't know. There's no point thinking about it now. Let's just see what happens. So Juggernaut's going to add a 1 to the main. It goes up to 3. We're going to use the objective prevent 1 of the threat. Before I forget, so prevent 1 of the threat, it just stays at 2. He's in scheme because we're in Arc Eagle. He is confused. I forgot, oh, we didn't attack. That's fine. So he's confused there, so nothing happens. Then we get dealt one encounter card for a total of 2. So this is the first one. Since a strike, an alter ego place 1 pursuit counter on pursuit by pass. If there's any counters, it will surge. So we place a counter, it goes up to 2, and it will surge here because there's 2 counters. Okay, so it surges into another encounter card, which is Power Driver with Retaliate 1 and Villainous. Okay, so we got our Brute minion from the Wrecking Crew. Last encounter card, Hero doesn't activate here. Black Tom Cassie, Villainous. Black Tom Cassie cannot take damage while Creeping Willow is in play. When review, search the encounter and discard off for a copy of Creeping Willow put into play engaged with you. So he can't take damage, he has Villainous. It's a Criminal Elite. Let's go for discard power, we can grab a Creeping Willow, put into play engaged with you. He has Quick Strike, but we're an Arc Eagle. Quick Strike only activates whenever you're in hero form, because it declares that the minion attacks your hero, which we're not, so we don't take the attack, we don't have to get stunned. Backwards your turn. Okay, we got Swarm with minions here. I wish I had the Bellerophon. Or Readies would be great. Okay, so no threat got added to the main though, and Juggernaut didn't pop his helmet, which is good. We can stun and confuse one of the minions here. With Spider Girl. She-Hulk can kill one of them with our superhuman strength. So I think we just Spider Girl superhuman strength. And then I don't really need to hold on to anything. So why don't I play superhuman law division? Use the resource here. And then, no, then I'm short resources. If I play superhuman law division down, then I can do this and do this. Yeah, that's fine. So let's exhaust Helicarrier to reduce the cost of the next card that we play by 1. So we can play superhuman law division, 1 cost support. That's an RTU action. We exhaust this card and spend a mental resource to remove 2 threat from a scheme. We're not gonna do that because we need every single resource right now to do what we want to do. Let's flip up to hero form. And Do You Even Live is gonna do 2 damage to an enemy. Who are we hitting here, guys? Let's hit. I think actually we're gonna hit Juggernaut here because this is not an attack, so it's gonna bypass everything. We're gonna do 2 damage to Juggernaut, brings from 19 down to 17. Then we're gonna use 2 resources here, so we can play Spider Girl. As a response, whenever you play from your hand, stun and confuse a minion. Let's stun and confuse Black Tom Cassidy here. So he does not have Stalwart, and then Spider Girl comes in right up. All right. Then we're going to use a Queen Carrier to generate a raw resource, second resource here to play Superhuman Strength. 2 cost upgrade, Shield gets +2 attack, and now she attacks this card Superhuman Strength as a force response, so we have to do it and stun the attacked enemy. So we have this here. Alright, so currently she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attack right here, and Hope's gonna copy that stat. Oh, so actually we can just kill all the minions here. So let's see, yeah, I think we'll just leave him in play, because he doesn't have guard. You can't take damage while Creeper Willow's in play. Search the encounter deck. Okay. So Miles will swing for 2. Spider Girl will swing for 2 for a total of 4 damage. Take out the Creeper Willow. So now Black Tom Cassie can take damage, and then both these allies will take consequence damage. 1 here, 1 on Miles. She-Hulk's gonna swing for 6 on Power Driver and knock him out. Yeah, so he's gone. Okay, defeating these brutes here. For the Superhuman Strength, the official ruling on this card is that if there is no valid target, so we cannot stun that attacked enemy, this card does not get discarded, and we don't trigger the force response. So since the enemy was defeated, we can't stun them, so we can just ignore the force response there. She-Hulk keeps her 6 attack. Hope will swing for 6 on Juggernaut. She's a mental, so it's gonna do 100 damage. She's gonna do 7 on Juggernaut. That'll bring from 17 all the way down to 10 there, and no retaliate because he has no momentum counters. And then that's gonna end her turn. Let's right up here because Black Tomcast does not have guard, so we can go for some crazy damage next turn if we get the cards that we were looking for. Let's draw back up to our hands at hero 4 in hero form. Ooh, we got Gamma Slam. So I probably want to just take the attack from Juggernaut. Unless he overkills for the second attack. Could be bad. Alright, Juggernaut's turn. He's going to add 1 to the main. Goes up to 3. He is going to attack us here. No, I don't think we take the attack, because if the other thing flips his helmet somehow and he gets like another activation, then we could die, right? Yeah, so he's gonna hit us for 4 here. Let's defend here with Spyro because the attack does not have overkill. This would be the boost card, is 2, so 6 damage takes out Spider Girl. Black Tom Cassie is going to attack us here with Villainous, but he's stunned. Activation does not go through. And then, yeah, that's it. We get dealt 1 face-down counter card, which is a Creeping Willow with Guard and Quick Strike. So it's going to hit us here for 1. Let's exhaust Miles and Ross to defend the attack. And then, yeah, the character gets stunned. So Miles is defeated. He would be stunned, but it doesn't matter because he got taken out here anyways. And then, yeah, and now Black Tomcats cannot take damage because the Creeping Willow is in play with guard. Alright, and it's back over to our turn here. Does Gamma Slam... I think we go for X here, actually, for the ready. Okay, so let's have Hope Summer swing. She's copying our attacks out of 6. She can swing for 6, take out the Creeping Willow here, just defeating him because he has guard. Alright. Then we're going to use 3 resources here. So we play Professor X. Whenever enters play, choose one. We're going to pick the one to ready up an X-Men character. Hope has the X-Men trait, so she can just ready up here. X will throw for 3, clear off the main scheme, and then he will take a consequential damage. And then Black Tomcat says make sure he doesn't have guard. He can't take damage on Creeping Willows in play, and then, yeah, so he does not have guard. Let's move him aside here. Hope Summer's going to swing for 6 on Juggernaut, and just 1 more because she's a mental and he's exposed, so 7 damage. Brings from 10 all the way down to 3, like here. And then She-Hulk's going to swing for another 6 with her superhuman strength, bringing him from 3 all the way down to 0. Alright, guys. That is it here. Thank you so much for all my channel members, the Web War Fanatics. I hope you guys enjoy this gameplay. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next week for our next video.